Sheffield City Council elections usually take place by thirds, 3 years out of every 4. Each of Sheffield's 28 wards is represented by 3 positions on the council, meaning there are usually 28 seats contested in each local election. 2004 saw new ward boundaries and therefore all seats were contested. Political control. Council elections. Before 1974, elections were by thirds annually for a 3-year term, with aldermen elected from the body of councillors every 3 years. In 1974, aldermen were abolished, and elections to Sheffield City Council are by thirds, in 3 years of every 4, for a 4-year term. For 20 years from 1846, Isaac Ironside's Central Democratic Association was a force on the council. It then returned to typical conservative-liberal rivalry. Labour made little impact in its early years. By 1918, there were only 3 Labour councillors, and 2 Liberal Labour, plus 1 Lib Lab alderman. That all changed in 1919. Labour won almost all the seats up for election that year, giving them 12 in the coalition partners, the Cooperative Party, 2. In response to the losses, the Conservative and Liberal groups merged to form the Citizens' Association, retaining control with 32 councillors and 15 aldermen. The Lib Labs remained unchanged in numbers and politically between the two groups. Labour continued to advance at the expense of the Citizens' Association. By 1922, there were 18 Labour councillors and 1 alderman. By 1925, 22 councillors and 1 alderman. At the 1926 elections, Labour rose to 29 councillors. A majority on the council and a large number of retiring aldermen finally enabled them to take 8 positions on the aldermanic bench. The seats were redistributed into 24 wards in 1930, and the Citizens' Association renamed itself the Progressive Party, and a further seat was added for Norton in 1934, taking the total number of positions to 75 councillors and 25 aldermen. That year, Labour briefly lost control, but regained it in 1934, with an increased majority of 12. This rose to 14 the following year. In 1945, Labour had 59 total seats to the Progressives' 39, 1 independent and 1 communist. Labour continued to build its majority to 34 in 1952 and 42 by 1958. However, it lost control to the Conservative Party, again standing on its own. In 1968–9, boundary changes took place for the 2004 election, which reduced the number of seats by 3, leading to the whole council being elected in that year. Borough result maps. By-election results. By-elections occur when seats become vacant between council elections. Below is a summary of recent by-elections. Full by-election results can be found by clicking on the by-election name. See also Sheffield City Council. Sheffield City Council. Members of Sheffield City Council 1974 present.